Around 20 years ago, people around the world started displaying a range of special powers and abilities. With each year, the number of these cases increased. The governments of the world needed a way to organize and regulate these people. My name is Angus, and I work for the Superhuman Action Response Team. With my partner Sal, I help document these powered individuals and their exploits. Because heroes don't do paperwork.
Hello, super citizens, and welcome to Heroes Don't Do Paperwork, the only podcast about events both big and small in Super City, the world's first superpowered city. I'm your host, Angus, and this is my partner, Sal Bedfellow. Sal, welcome to the show.
Hey there, everybody. Good afternoon or good morning, depending on the time of day that you are listening to this.
Well, yeah, Sal, we've been over this, so they can listen to it whenever, so you can just say, like, what's up,
What's up?
Yeah, or you do. I mean, a lot of good podcasters have like catchphrases.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe we could work on one for you, like an intro.
But an intro. Well, do you have an intro?
Yeah. I mean, the whole thing I kind of just said before is kind of an intro, you know.
Oh, that was just sort of like a statement of what you do.
Yeah. Okay. Fair enough. It might be lacking a little bit of pizzazz and heart, but I'm just trying to I want to keep people into the show.
I think I've got an intro.
Oh, okay. Please, Sal, go for it.
Hi there, everybody. When you have a form that you need to fill out, or you have an incident that you need to report, come to me, Sal Bedfellow, and I will fill out that report or file that incident for you.
Okay, great. Well, yeah. I mean, it was good.
Mm-hmm.
First and foremost, it was good. Maybe a touch long, but you know what? We'll try it again next week. Sal, why don't what's happening, man? You've been busy around the office. How's your? We haven't gotten to catch up too much. Like, how's your week been?
It's been good. I've been taking a new evening class.
Oh, nice. What are you studying?
I'm studying how to be more flexible.
In what sense? In a physical sense, or in a more like a point of view mindset kind of sense?
Both simultaneously. It's called Yoga for the Stubborn, and it's a really good opportunity to center myself while also getting outside of my box.
Yeah, and you like align your chakras and stuff like that, and
chakras.
Yeah, I think I'm out of my depth here. I should. Well, that's great, man. Are you finding any kind of increased flexibility? Like, how long have you been doing it so far?
That was my second class. And...
Oh, cool. Okay. You are sweaty. Did you just do it recently? Like, you just came from it?
Actually, it's crazy that you noticed, but yes, I did just come from it. I don't know how well the classes are working, though. I'm starting to think they're quite dumb.
Okay,
Maybe
now I
I'm
have
just
to
too
ask
set in my ways.
Did you wear this? The clothes you're wearing right now, are these like your khakis and your
mustard yellow button up?
Yeah. Did you wear those during the class?
Well, no, I wore my athletic khakis and my athletic mustard yellow button up.
Okay. Well, yeah. I mean, you might want to bring a towel with you. You're sweaty, man. I gotta make the paperwork harder, right?
Well, I'm already warmed up, so I can fill out the forms that much faster. I feel like we're focusing on me too much. What have you been up to?
Well, what have I been up to? I mean, Sal, I try not to complain too much, but things haven't been going great. I got a letter today, slid under my door. My landlord is selling our building, so I need to find a new place to live.
Oh my.
Yeah, it's not great. I mean, worst case scenario, I could always just sleep here in the office. Like,
No, you can't.
What do you mean?
It would be against the rules.
Oh, well, I mean, yeah, but you wouldn't rat me out. We're basically the only people down here, besides the guys bringing those boxes, right, for storage.
Right.
Like and then, of course, all the people who come in to file, complaints and reports and stuff like that.
I feel like you're forgetting about the sentient photocopier and the water man.
Well, the water guy doesn't live there. He's here like once a month, changes the water, right? And yes, the sending photocopier. Yeah, I would just go to the other side. You'd go down the. Okay, well, I don't really want to talk about it. It's not as it doesn't make for good podcasting. I don't. I'll find something. I don't. Thankfully, I don't own much, so I can just kind of pack my backpack up and move on to somewhere else.
The more you speak, the sadder I get for you.
Yeah. Thank you, Sal. Thank you. Well, Sal, I've got big news. Since we're trying things a little bit different for the show now, I actually got a guest this time.
Oh, wow.
Let's go ahead and introduce the guest. Sal, this is Jen Myriad. You were supposed to meet with her today about some kind of issue, and I did some research and found out she's a real estate agent in Super City. And I figured, well, that that's kind of been on my mind, obviously. So I figured we could ask some very interesting questions. Hello, Jen.
Hello, Jen Myriad, super real estate.
Oh, that's a really good handshake you have there.
Yes, thank you.
It's tight. It's tight. Yeah, Jen Myriad. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Jen Myriad, super real estate. Yeah, for all your real estate. Yes.
Oh wow,
yes,
I've seen your
real estate needs.
I've seen your advertisements on the bus stops.
Oh, good.
Oh,
they're
yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah, those they're very and what you said your slogan. What is your slogan again?
Super real estate, actually.
Super real estate.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. I mean that's good.
Yeah.
Well, Jen, I mean we could start with a little bit about you, or we could start with why you're here. Tell us a little bit about yourself. Like
Yeah, I don't want to get right into the complaints. I mainly love my job. I love the people. I love the houses for the most part.
Yeah. You're very cheerful.
Yeah, well, buying a house is an exciting thing, and I'm just here to sort of spread that excitement, but also complain. But more so, it's a good job. I get to meet a lot of good people. Yeah, here in Super City, I sort of help the both the heroes and the less than heroes.
Yes.
Try to find some layers they either rent or buy for all of their superhero needs.
Now, Jen, I wanted to compliment you on the accuracy of your slogan, super real estate, because when I was purchasing my home, I can't express how many times I was shown theoretical real estate and
right?
metaphorical spaces to live in. And it's just not all that great when it's raining or snowing.
It's just so fake. Am I right? It's just
too
so
fake.
many people. I know. People are using all of their, hypnotic powers to show you the house. I actually take you to the real place. That's sort of what I'm that's my thing.
I mean, as far as I'm aware, that's fairly common for real estate agents. Is it not? Do they not normally take
I've
you
always
there?
said to leave the dreamscape to the nightmare horrors. It's just no place for a new home buyer.
How very, very sad for you. But yeah, sure. The thing is, we don't usually go there. It's quite dangerous with all the traps and everything. But I find my way
layers,
around.
yeah.
Oh yeah.
And then the dreamscape. I mean, Sal. Sorry. Can you explain to me the dreamscape? That's
the dreamscape is about 3 dimensions diagonally sideways from us. Theoretical realm where dream and reality coexist in a warped aberration of what it means to be alive.
Is
Lovely
it cheap
place
to live there, or?
It depends on whose dream you're living in.
Okay, yeah, that does sound like that would be constantly changing and truly nightmarish. Okay, well, Jen, is there a reason? Is there a reason why you've come here today?
Oh, right. Of course. So the renters from a place that I actually had to sell. Okay, so the magical forest district, right? Magical, foresty, lot of trees.
Yeah.
It's not what it used to be, and it's really I am having a hard time selling there. For example, the Harpies Bird Force team, they left it in just complete disarray, one of the tree houses. It was just a mess, and I frankly shouldn't put up with that.
Wow. Yeah, no, this sounds like, I mean, Sal, like we should probably get some kind of paper out for this, right? Some kind of form.
Yeah, I've already started rifling through my paper here, and I have a tenancy complaint form. All right, I'll start getting the
And
preliminaries filled out.
and so you said this, so yeah, magical forest district, and yeah, I think Sal would even agree. I think we've seen a spike in curses there in the last little bit. It
Right?
has taken a hit a bit as a neighborhood for sure. It's maybe not less of a family neighborhood for a little bit. What with not so many fairy tale endings.
The blood there is
The
just
Well,
it's
yeah, it
getting
rains blood there. Yeah,
yeah, yeah.
Mhm.
yeah. That I generally don't. I generally don't go there anymore. I went there when I first kind of got to Super City, and I thought it would be a great place to take dates, but no, it really wasn't.
No,
Yeah, a lot of curses.
not a
One of my
selling
dates got
point.
turned into a pumpkin. It wasn't great. It was not great. Um,
Like, how do you sell that to a superhero family? This is
yeah.
my thing, you know. And
So
the
the Harpy
tenants are
team.
making it worse. Yeah, the Harpies Bird Force team that lived there. You know
Uh,
of them. They
and
I
actually,
do.
that's
Yeah.
a great entry point here. The Harpies Bird Force team. What is a description of the damage they did to the treehouse?
pardon my French, but the shit that they have.
Oh wow. Okay. So
It
yeah.
just
So they
the amount of bird poop was just insurmountable.
and I'm assuming based on size, it doesn't seem like this came from birds and it came from the heroes themselves.
Oh god. Oh yes, there was like a competition of how much poop. I just I
Well,
mean I
they're a very competitive team.
yes,
Hmm.
it's just it's not it doesn't make a good place to rent, you know, unless I'm, trying to rent to the Fly Force one, but other than that, I can't get it to anybody.
That is a serious issue, and when you ask them to pay for the damages, what was
They
their
just flew
response?
away.
They just flew away.
Okay, yeah, because they're
I
bird. Yeah,
mean,
well,
they're
that makes
bird
sense.
people. Jeez.
Well, I mean, we could probably figure out where they touch down next, and we could have someone waiting for them, right, Sal? That seems doable.
I'm already firing off an email to our field agents, see if we got a read on where the harpy.
The Harpies Bird Force team. It's a handful, I know, or mouthful rather.
Jen, while we're waiting to hear back, would you mind if I kind of picked your brain a bit? Because I don't know if you heard the beginning of the show, but I mean, of course, you were sitting right here, but
Well, yeah.
I'm going to be homeless at the end of the month.
Yes, I heard.
So do you have any kind of suggestions for someone? I know generally you specialize in layers,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm looking for home, more of just a home. Could you give any advice to like someone who's looking to buy realty in Super City?
Oh, absolutely. First and foremost, think about your superpower and think about, how can I live in a place that can sustain
Hmm.
it, you know?
Okay,
So, if I
so
have a
I
gravity issue, do I live
Mhm.
somewhere that's just upside down, etc., etc.?
now it's very interesting you say that because so Sal does have a gravity based power, and I myself don't. I don't actually have a power.
Hmm.
Kind of pre. I'm in that pre power part of my life.
Okay.
So yeah. So that really won't be an issue.
Oh,
Um,
Uh,
okay. Hmm.
Jen, if I may,
Yes. Jen
Angus
Myriad, super real estate. Yes.
Angus suffers from something we in the biz call
I don't suffer really.
delayed power onset syndrome.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people just say I don't have powers. Sal's being very nice and humoring me, and hopeful. One of these days, maybe I'll figure it out. But actually, Jen, I mean, this is my favorite part of the podcast. Really, I like asking people about their powers. Or I assume you're a powered individual.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I don't want any to answer that question because I have precognitive smelling is my power. I can smell what's gonna
Precognitive.
yeah, I can smell what's going to happen
So
in
you
the
smell
future.
through time. Okay.
Yeah. Well, I mean, a
Wow.
little bit of time, like maybe
Ha-
in 5 minutes. So I don't want any coffee, is what I'm trying to say.
Oh
okay.
my. So
Oh,
when you
okay.
were approaching the Harpy Bird Force's
I
apartment,
was about to.
you smelt it before you
Yeah,
even saw it.
before they dealt it. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Not
Wow, and
great.
that's actually incredible. I was just about like I was making coffee. There is a coffee, and I was going to offer you some when it was done, but
Yeah,
I
there you
guess if you
go.
don't want it, oh
It's
well.
a
So how did you figure out you had a power like this? This is kind of crazy. That's a crazy power.
Yeah, I mean, it's a pretty amazing power if you like to smell things. So I
Yeah,
was,
yeah, it's kind of cool.
yeah, it's kind of awesome. But I was selling
Yeah.
a house to Time Man, and he actually had a clock on the wall, and I was like, "That's a wonderful clock. You should keep it for the house and get the next owners to
Hmm.
have it." And he said, "You know what? You have it. He can let you see through
Time Man
time."
gave you Time Man gave you a clock.
Yeah, and so it's like
Wow.
this artifact that could see through time, and I may have broke it. So
Oh well, how did you break it?
you
Because
know,
it let you see through time, but now you can smell through time. So like I don't
yeah,
know how that jump happened. Like what did you do to the relic?
I sort of tried to take it off the wall, and it sort of cracked. So whoops, but that's okay. Smelling is still great. You can get a lot of the
Yeah.
smell. Yeah,
Wow.
yeah, it's great.
Huh. I mean, the listeners can't really see this, but Jen, it looks like you're really putting on a brave face. This I don't know if I've ever seen a more forced smile in my life. Are you okay? Is everything okay?
Jen,
No,
what are
it's
you
fine.
smelling at this moment?
Yeah. You got to be living a nightmare.
Yeah, well, it's just a little bit of sweat, but that's okay.
Okay.
That's
Yeah,
okay. That's
that
okay.
would be the yoga sweat.
Yeah. Oh, yoga. Yes, right, right. Yeah, yeah. That must be what it was. It's fine.
Flashes will be. Oh God, it's smelling through time. These temporal powers are always really hard to wrap your mind around because sometimes you're smelling one thing and then something happens and the ripple effect and the smell immediately changes. Right? It must.
Yes.
Time
So
powers are what we in the biz call complicated.
yeah, yes, they certainly are. Has this? I mean, I hate to. I really, but this is what the listeners want. Has this led to any kind of difficulties or has this helped you in your career at all?
Well, I can smell money a little bit, or at least I like to think I
Okay.
can. So, if the
So
sale's
you can tell
coming,
when you're about to make a sale.
yeah, yeah. I mean, like
Wow.
every once in a while, the power isn't that long. Maybe like 5 or 10 minutes into the
That's
future, but
actually that's
you know,
brilliant because if
mm,
you know what the smell of victory is, then you can kind of like, oh, you're going for that sale, right? So you can smell the money in about 5 minutes. It's falling in your hand. So if you've got that smell, you just kind of keep doing what you're doing, right? And then I
exactly.
guess if it ever changes, you got to change up your strategy immediately until your future starts smelling
Yeah,
brighter.
or full of bo. One of the two. Exactly. Yeah.
Are there any smells you look forward to?
The fresh rain. I would say.
What
That
does that
just
usually predict?
Yeah,
it
that is.
predicts that fires are out usually on the houses that I am looking into. Because as we know, superheroes
Yeah.
have a hard time keeping their houses straight.
Yeah, if you're selling a layer, it's probably been somewhat destroyed, right? Is that safe to say most of the ones you're selling they need repair. They're fixer uppers.
Oh, just demolished. You have bad guy blood, you have good guy
Yeah.
blood everywhere. So it's
Okay.
it's hard to you have to clean this up. It's part of my fee, and I try to get people to understand that.
Right. And then that's what you want to get the Harpy Bird Force.
Mm,
You just want to get them to pay your fee. That's completely reasonable.
And in
yeah.
order to get them to pay a fee, we will need to get a list of the items that got poop on them.
Oh
So
yeah.
yeah, if you could just give me a quick list of poop covered items in that treehouse.
Oh yes, exactly. So first and foremost, the chest that holds all of their, it can hold anything. I usually like selling houses with big, huge chests, and this one particular had a chest that could hold all of their superhero stuff, and that got poop everywhere, like little cracks and crevices.
Oh
Disgusting.
God.
Oh
In
my.
the
Well, it's
mirrors,
yeah, because
all the
everything's wood
mirrors.
grain, I imagine, right?
Yeah, and
Lots of
there's
nooks and crannies.
and there's there's very there's a big ego thing with superheroes, so there's a lot of mirrors happening,
Hmm.
and all the mirrors are just covered, even the ceiling ones.
Hmm.
Oh wait,
So
sorry. I'm sorry. Because I know generally, and not to generalize heroes and stuff like that, but if you had like a pet bird, you would put a mirror in their cage. Are these mirrors meant to entertain the bird force? I don't see why you'd
Angus,
have one.
you can't ask questions like that. That's, oh my god. Oh,
Really?
Angus.
No, I mean, okay.
I mean,
Why would you have a mirror on the ceiling though, Sal? That seems like that's a good time mirror. That's
Uh,
all I'm saying. That's
well,
it's not our place
everybody
to
wants to have a good
judge.
time. No, I don't judge. I judge when there's poop on it, but you can look at the mirror, look at your muscles, and look at your progress, but keep it clean.
okay. Yeah. So you want it to be okay. Fair enough. Practical use mirror.
Mhm.
Anything else that they destroyed with their
Well, we're going with
bird
mirrors. We're going
feces?
with rugs, right? I mean, the rugs just
That's hard to get out. Yeah.
they're flame retardant too, so they're expensive.
Right. So we can't destroy them with fire.
Exactly.
Those all have to be disposed. I think we know an acid guy. Sal, do we know an acid guy? We probably know an acid guy.
Oh, yeah, we got an acid guy on retainer.
Yeah. So we could maybe link you guys up. Jen, I've just been sorry. I love kind of just deconstructing people's powers and thinking about that. Oh, you got something?
Oh, excuse you. Go on. Continue.
Uh-oh. Wait. Which one of us?
I just continue.
I guess we'll find out in about 5 to 10 minutes.
All I have to say is
Yeah.
the yoga helped, darling. Continue. Go ahead.
Oh, okay. Do you use are there any little ways you use your powers? Because I feel like if I had a power like yours, I'd always be able to kind of tell what I want for lunch. You know what I mean? You'd always be able to decide because you'd be like, oh, 5 minutes from now I'm gonna smell this food, and you can maybe. Is there anything like that in your life? How do you use your power on a daily basis? I guess.
Well, that's a good question because if you smell salmon, does that change your mind of what you're going to do? We get really philosophical up in here.
Absolutely.
Jen Myriad, that's a great point.
Super real estate. Mm-hmm.
When using
you don't have to keep handing us business cards. We're each good with one.
Well, you give it to your friends. Mm-hmm.
Okay, fair enough. Sorry, Sal, what were you saying?
Oh, I was going to say when using time-based powers, it's something of a faux pas to read your own future or to affect your own future. The faux pas being, of course, that it could open up a black hole and rip us under all space-time.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
You've got to be careful.
Holes, I don't think they smell, so I wouldn't know, and so that's
you wouldn't know. Well, maybe it would smell like nothing. So you ever get those moments where you just smell nothing?
Oh God, yes. I mean that means somebody's dead.
Oh wow.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my. So what do you smell right now?
It's like I said, coffee and farts. Normally.
Okay, coffee and farts.
So
Thank God. Thank God. Okay, that's pretty standard for this office. At least there's not a great word, as you could probably tell by the elevator. We are in a basement. We're pretty far underground. There's not great ventilation down here. So thank you for coming down here.
These aren't legal windows either, I noticed. So don't sell this as a bedroom.
No. Oh yeah, no. These, I'm tapping on this glass. That's just a painting on the other side.
Oh God.
So like I said, we're underground. So that's actually not a real sunset. They put that in to boost our morale, I guess.
Don't live here. That's all I have to say.
Now, Jen, I would be particularly curious in knowing what hot selling items have been going on the market in the lair market.
Oh yeah. Have any hot properties opened up recently in the market? Because we've had a lot of hero events lately.
Mm-hmm. Invisible lairs actually are a big thing nowadays.
No, wait a second.
I've always
the lair itself is invisible.
Yes. It's you'd use your imagination when you walk through it, but you can see it. You could see it.
Does it? And others see you when
yeah.
the invisible lair.
Thank you, Sal. Yeah. Does it make you invisible?
Of course. That's exactly what it does.
Oh,
so
okay. You see, your eyes are darting around quite a bit.
I'm just looking for more.
That smile
continues.
Parts. Okay. Well, here you can have a few of these ones.
Yes, no, I mean it's great if you're trying to hide out as a superhero or a villain. You just get into this lair and it's absolutely makes you invisible. And if you can't see it, then you may not have superpowers. That's what I say.
Okay. Wow. Well, it's invisible. Okay, Jen, I gotta ask. Have you had any like A-list customers? Clients? Any of the big ones? Like who do you represent? Am I allowed to ask that?
I mean, I'm not supposed to say their names, but
Oh, come on. You can give us, something, right?
Oh, yeah. I mean, I'll tell you one thing. They're super, and they may be men involved. Am I right? So there's some.
Oh, the super boys to men?
Oh well, yeah. I mean, okay. Shh.
Are you talking
I'm
about
not saying
Supper
no.
Man?
Supperman. Oh, could be Supperman.
Oh God, the tables in his place.
In
The
his
number of
place?
tables. Oh, I've given it away.
How many
but yes,
tables?
yes,
Please.
yes.
How many
Oh,
tables?
At least 65. Like just
65
at least.
tables. Why would you need that many tables?
That's got to be
I guess
breaking some kind of
oh,
fire
well, no.
code.
No, but Sal, you remember his power is he can't help but make dinner, so he's constantly making dinner, right?
Mhm.
So I guess he's just got to put it somewhere, right?
Why wouldn't you
Exactly.
just open a restaurant at that point? Oh, excuse
Uh,
me. I'm so sorry.
Listen.
Oh,
Listen.
wow, you nailed it. This is I'm getting goosebumps from. I can't tell what I'm getting goosebumps from. If it's Sal or if it's this power you have, Jen. This is fascinating.
It's a great power because I kind of relive it, and so.
Oh, that's true.
Right.
Well, yeah. So wait. So I guess there are moments where you are smelling the present, yeah. So you're not always smelling the future.
Oh no, it's always the future. I'm just saying I'm now smelling the same thing I smelled 5 minutes ago,
Oh
and
God!
so.
Wow.
Oh, wait. Does that mean it's going to happen again?
Again?
Well, this is the problem. I can never tell.
You can never tell.
It's very hard.
Mm.
God.
Rotting flesh sometimes. Like, where's that coming from? Is that me?
Wait, is that one you smell a lot? That's
I
bad.
guess.
You should report that.
I'm going to need a list of the places where you smell
Yeah.
rotting flesh.
Oh,
I
but
mean-
those crimes might not have happened if something changed. Have you ever thought about going into like law enforcement or like to being a superhero? That's a very we got a lot of detective heroes that would love to have a power like yours.
It's such a depressing thing if you think about it, right? I just want to sell happiness. That's my MO.
Hey, if you're happy with what you're doing, great. That's absolutely,
Hmm.
Sal, have we any word on the Harpy location?
Yeah, they are at their favorite bar and hangout location, the Roost.
Oh, yeah.
That place is not up to code. Let me just say that.
Really?
They
You
aren't?
didn't hear it from me. No.
Oh,
No, I would
wow.
like to hear that from you. Let me get out my not up to code form.
Yeah, I mean, this is exactly up Sal's alley. Sal loves, going through codes.
Did you
Violations.
smell anything in the Roost?
Lots and lots of rotting fruit.
Oh my. Oh.
Okay, which is
And
is that
alcohol.
illegal? And okay.
Well, I'm just saying the code is more so the building itself is not up to code.
Okay.
That's what I'm saying.
Mm.
And they also
Could be
dilute
dangerous.
their beer, which is, not great.
Oh, well, that's fraud right there.
Well,
Those
yeah, but the building,
sick bastards.
Well, we'll look into this, and if they're at the Roost, we can send someone over there right now to maybe give them this invoice from you, and if it's been served by one of our operatives, we'll make sure it gets followed through on.
I'm faxing it out to the field operative as we speak. He's got his field fax.
Yeah, his wrist-mounted fax. We lost. Sal, we should ask to see if we can get something a little more stealthy because we've lost a few good agents
There is
who were trying to hide
more
when they received
secure
a fax.
than a fax machine. Are you trying to tell me that both the medical and dental fields were incorrect about fax machines?
Yes, a thousand times yes, Sal. But okay, maybe we can compromise and just find a quieter fax machine at some point. But Jen, it sounds like we've got a bit of a resolution to your problem here. I'm hoping you feel like we've helped you out in some way here.
A little bit, a lot of it, but I wanted to come on to serve as platform to say, other than
Oh yeah, please.
just please be careful with the place you own. This is, I know you use it to stab people in the eye and stretch them over lava and tell your evil schemes, and that's wonderful, but this is also your home and something I have to sell later. So think about that the next time you shit everywhere, or do other unthinkable things to your property. This is your home, everybody.
Wow.
Invisible
Wise
or not.
words.
Very well put.
Yeah.
And I feel like we'd be remiss to ask, like, we've got this kind of expert for this these nice homes and layers. What
Layers,
could we do? What could we do around the office here to spice things up a bit? Is there anything that you've seen that's really popular that we could put? I don't know. Maybe we can install something here,
I
like
mean,
those poles. We could slide down poles instead of the elevator.
yeah, I mean that would help with all sorts of things, your own physique, and
Thank
also,
you.
well, you're starting yoga as well, so that's do some pole
Yeah.
dancing as well, or down and up those poles, right? I heard curses, but there's also fun little curses. Things can start floating in places in your office.
Okay, that
Make it
sounds spooky.
Well, what happens is it makes use of the space more, So now you're looking at just more use of the space, and that's really what we're talking about.
Sal, how would you like it if, like, all random dossiers and files and papers were kind of just floating about the room? Would that be like an aesthetic you like?
Switch room
Like
to
they'd fly
my
out of the
waist,
filing cabinets
and you're living my life.
Oh God. Okay. Well, yeah.
Any waist level paper just takes off.
Yeah, and so maybe we don't want the whole room like that, but yeah, okay. So okay, I don't know. I figured like a lava.
Myriad, I have a question. I have a coworker that has a special accommodation that needs to be considered in the workplace. And if I wanted to go out of my way to fit this workplace to accommodate them, what would the best ways to maybe accommodate someone who doesn't have powers or is powers challenged?
Oh, I mean, that's kind of what I wanted to talk to you, Angus, about. Like, I'm definitely, let me serve you. Like, let me be your real estate agent, Jen Myriad, Super Real Estate. I can help you.
That would be amazing. No, yeah. Jen, absolutely. I mean, I don't make that much money, but I would love to have you help me. That would be a huge. My God, you'd be saving me.
Yeah, and I mean, I can sort of help you with your current situation in the office. No mirrors. We don't want mirrors. You don't want to be reminded of lack of superpowers, right? This is our thing. Let's just
I suppose
forget about that.
I mean, lots of superheroes don't look like they have power. Okay, fine.
No, but you're looking
Jen,
at yourself, that you don't, right? So.
Yeah, no, I okay. You're right. That'd probably be for the best. So no mirrors. I would love to. I definitely. We can exchange information after this, and definitely, I would love to have some help finding a new place to live in Super City. Because, I mean, I just lost my first apartment, so yeah, not great.
Yeah, maybe the wharf is pretty good. They have some places.
The wharf
there.
district.
Yeah,
I feel like I'd have to live in a shipping container.
Yeah, well, there's a lot of people I know that do, and they make use. It's a nice little tiny home, which is a big thing nowadays.
Okay. Well, I won't say no until I, of course, see one. I should at least hear you out.
Yeah.
Well, it sounds like we got a good handle on things today, right? And Sal, we've got some stuff to work on for next time. Sal, how about we read some more headlines from across the city?
Sounds good.
How many limbs is too many limbs? Find out more with the millipede.
We hate math. Say 4 in 10, a majority of Super City individuals.
Case cracked. That's right. Superhero the Case finally had his skull caved in.
Oh, Jesus. Mistrial after the clown lawyer Bobo slips on banana peel. Entire jury laughs themselves to death.
Mole Rat Man still alive hours before he died.
This just in. The roost exploded due to faulty gas line. Super team Harpy Bird Force confirmed to be dead.
Wow. Wow, that's like temporal newspaper. Wait, which district is that from? Which publication?
That is
that Crystal
from
Ball?
Yeah, Crystal Ball.
Okay, yeah, that's the news from the futures. I mean, if it just happened right now, they printed that very quickly.
It seems almost like an unfair advantage when it comes to reporting.
Well, that's going to do it for us here at Heroes Don't Do Paperwork. Thank you, Jen, for joining us today. Jen Myriad, Real Realty.
Jen Myriad, Real Estate. Mm-hmm.
Yes, thank you. Hey, I will hold on to these business cards. Yep. Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
And for those of you listening at home, try to do the right thing. I think that went well, Sal. We had a guest, right?
Yeah, no, it went real.
Much better.
Excuse me. Oh,
God. Oh, God. Oh, I can feel it.
I'm so sorry.
Hey everybody, Angus here. Sal Bedfellow was played by Matthew Wally. Jen Myriad was played by Leichell Little. Matthew, Leichell, and I are all members of Quest Friends Forever, the Dungeons & Dragons inspired improv team in Ottawa, Canada. Follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter at Quest Friends Forever. Heroes Don't Do Paperwork is a Podcavern production. If you want to support the show or other shows on the Podcavern network, go to podcavern.com. Check out the affiliate link for Amazon. It won't change the prices of your purchases at all, and it'll kick a little bit of money back to us. Thanks for listening.